Hello, 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 and welcome back to the 3UP Moon live stream, everybody. It is Friday, happy Friday, and it is also March 10th, otherwise known as Mario Day. Happy Mario Day, everyone. Of course, we're going to play a game, a Mario-themed game today. We're going to play a handful of them, but we always play Mario games, and we always celebrate this series on the channel, of course, because, 3UP Moon has nothing to do with Mario games whatsoever. But what we're going to do today is celebrate some of the other games that we have seen Mario in. For example, over the years, Mario has had some really odd careers and jobs, especially for a plumber. A baker? I don't want a plumber anywhere near cookies, or an oven, or food. I don't want to hire a plumber as my doctor, but he has become a doctor, apparently. I don't know if that's on the up and up. And we've also seen Mario as an archaeologist and a tomb raider. Some pretty nonsensical stuff. We're going to play some puzzle games where Mario is not a plumber, and some that have had me hooked growing up as a kid. Yoshi's Cookie was a game that I could not stop playing as a kid. It was one of my favorite puzzle games on the NES. We got Dr. Mario in multiple different forms, and of course, Mario's Picross, or Super Picross. We're going to start off with Mario's Super Picross today, and I hope everyone's having an awesome Saturday so far. Let me know if the game balance or the audio balance is good for you. And we're going to hang out with some music just for a little bit and dive into Mario's Super Picross for our first game of the day. Multiple different ones to check out today. And as usual, you can always catch me here around this time, around 5 or 5:30 p.m. Pacific every single day, on twitch.tv/3up_moon. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, thank you so much. You can catch me there on your own time, on your own schedule, and watch all the previous parts to our series. You can go and actually watch the last 2 Mario Day streams that we did, because this is the 3rd one that we've done. And, we've been streaming for just over 2 years now. So we've done all sorts of different styles of streams you can check out. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you to the recent subscribers on YouTube, the recent followers on Twitch. Thank you to Directional Joy for the recent sub, and the recent 10 community gift subs. Huge, huge props to Directional Joy. Also, a big, big thank you to Henny Blank, one of our mods, who resubbed yesterday and kept it going for 23 months, almost a full 2 years since the very beginning. I appreciate all of my mods showing up on the regular, and I just want to shout out all of them. I really appreciate it. If you're not a member of the Discord, feel free to join, and thanks again. Stick around for some Mario's Super Picross. Up next. A baker, a doctor, a tomb raider. Let's take a moment to celebrate this mustachioed fella's willingness to try anything. I feel like there's something we can learn from this for sure. Heck, I even think this guy taught us some typing back in the day. While we're waiting for things to begin, here's a question of the day. What is your favorite Mario spin-off game, if you had to pick one? Whether it's a puzzle game, a sports game, anything that's a side series from the main series game. Which one is your absolute favorite? Let me know in the chat, in the YouTube comments below, or in the Discord. Hey folks, happy Friday, welcome in. That was some funky remixes of Super Mario Bros. 1 music and Super Mario Bros. Inspired music from a fan-made mod of Friday Night Funkin'. That's what we were listening to earlier. Hope you're having an awesome week, an awesome Friday. We're diving into some Mario, no Super Picross. Now this is available through the Switch, and there's a Game Boy version of this game, which is quite fantastic. But we're going to start things from the very beginning, and if you don't know about Picross, there are many different versions of it. In fact, I'm going to, ask the chat if the balance of audio is sounding okay. Do you want more of me, less of me, more of the game, less of the game? Just let me know. This game is made by Ape, one of the companies that were involved in making the Earthbound and Pokemon games. And basically what this is it's sort of like it's a unique puzzle game where you complete nonogram puzzles. And a nonogram puzzle is essentially a grid with numbers along the top and along the left-hand side. And what it's telling you is, essentially, if you see a 5 here, it's telling you that down this row, these 5 need to be checked. Yeah, and you can see there too, 5 as well. And 5. So you know those ones for sure are fully filled out. Here, you're filling these extra rows out essentially based on what you're seeing on the left side. So you can see how this says 3 and 1. You've got 1, 2, 3 with a space and then 1. So 3 with a space and then 1. And same thing with this. 2 are filled in and then there's 1. So you have 2 and a space and 1. But it's up to you to use your brain essentially to deduct how many spaces and how many things are filled. It's pretty simple. It's a very addictive game. Nonograms exist in all sorts of forms. There's online nonogram puzzle generators. They did a Game Boy version of this. They did this version. And they also have, there's a Sega themed Picross, which actually has graphics and sprites that you're making that are all kind of throwbacks to classic Sega games. There's also a series of Pokemon Picross games as well. If you're curious about it, I definitely recommend checking it out. They're really fun, really addictive puzzles, if you have not played it. Okay, so let's properly do this, do that. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Let's give this a shot. Is there a way for you to erase the game? No. There isn't. Huh. Normally we do the third save slot first. Every time I play a game, I always use the third save slot first, but there's only 2, so we're gonna have to go with the second one. I think this is our tutorial, so we're just gonna rock right into level 1. So already pretty obscure for a Mario game, even the music. The music's great, by the way. It's really fun. I enjoy it. It kind of sounds like something you might hear in Earthbound, for example. It's got a wonkiness to it. Earthbound being the first game that I streamed on the channel. Let's do it. So you can choose to accept this sort of first move of help. I can say yes or no to that. I had the option. And basically it does a little roulette and will solve one row from each. One row from the top and one row from the right. So you can see, or from the left rather. You can see that it filled this one in for us. And it also filled this one in, which is 1. But we know this is 5, so I'm going to pop that like that. 2, we should be golden there. 3 and 1, there's only one way it could possibly work out, and same here. And 1 and 1, I'm going to guess is here. Ooh, spooky. A stone tablet. Here's looking at you, kid. Now you'll notice that it's going to, the first few puzzles are going to be Japanese characters. And then eventually it'll evolve into familiar artwork. Oh, interesting. So that seems about right. Like the Pokemon game, Pokemon Picross, and Pokemon Picross and the Sega Picross and stuff. They, you're building sprites. As you can see, you could easily make this to make pixel art, or like create bigger puzzles and create like the original sprite of Mario from Mario Brothers 1, or a little sprite of a Game Boy or something. This isn't the first time I've dove into this game either. We've done a little bit of this before on stream, and also for some of our Discord streams, we've played this. If you haven't played it, or any Picross game, I highly recommend it. Plus, I mean, for me, I really love puzzle games. I'm always down to learn about new puzzle games. If there's a different version of Picross out there, or a game that's kind of similar to this that you think I'll like, please let me know. I'm always down. Always down to discover new puzzle games. Feep food. Yeah. So you notice that when we do moves, we're actually, if we make mistakes, you're gonna notice our time is gonna like chip away, kind of like we're chipping away at the stone tablet pretty quickly. So we gotta make sure we don't make too many mistakes. It's better to take a moment and think about your move before acting, in that case. Can't help but play to the music. I mean, you know what? A rhythm game, a Picross rhythm game would be incredible. I would 100,000% pay $50 for a Picross rhythm game. Done. As a drummer who loves Picross, I'm sold. Did I say $50? I meant to say $500. Just start making it, please. whoever you are. Me want to play. Me want to play. I just love rhythm games. I'm a huge fan of rhythm games, and another one to if you've got a really interesting one that you want to suggest, please let me know. If you haven't seen my Hyperbeats video, definitely go check it out. It's from 2020. It's a homebrew project with original music, all composed within the limitations of what could be possible on an original Super Mario Bros. NES cart. I highly recommend checking it out. It was made by one of our community members. And yeah, Hyperbeats with a Z, all one word. Big recommend. It's one of our most viewed YouTube videos. I highly recommend checking it out yourself, especially if you're a fan of rhythm games. Think of it like DDR or like Stepmania, but with 2 extra buttons. You got the A and B button, so you're using the entire D-pad and A and B. Big recommends. Hey. The dream sequence music. It never happened. And he punches the microphone. I apologize to anyone who was listening with headphones. I can't edit that out. I guess that was an angry dream sequence. My apologies, folks. Is my microphone okay, is the question. That is the real question. I think we're probably gonna be okay. Okay, 37 seconds, 23 seconds. So can you just show up and try and solve it quicker? 3 minutes. 6 minutes. That took us 6 minutes? How? Excuse me. What in the... 6 minutes? It's because we made mistakes. That's why. I'm like, how does a small puzzle take 6 minutes to do? But it's because we made mistakes. Oh! We did it again. Okay, let's try that. There we go. See? 7 seconds. That's what I'm talking about. 6 minutes. Give me a break. That was dumb. We did this already, and I still screwed it up, knowing the answer. Ugh. Fight me. Give up. Buddy. Oh, we did it again. We did it again. As soon as I pressed it, I was like, why am I doing this? This is a mistake. Okay, 3 minutes still. Whatever. I don't care about my times anymore. As long as we don't run out of time and we solve it, I'm happy. Oh, 5. Oh, that's only 2. That's because, there we go. 8, 4 and 2, 4 and 3, 3 and 4. That's 2, so there's nothing else there. 4 and 2, 4 and potentially there could be 1 there. Two and four. Not there though. And definitely 4, so 3 and 4. Okay. 4 and 3. Yes. Woohoo. Hey, welcome in. There's a Wario mode in this game as well. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever gotten that far. This is available on the Switch right now, and you can, I guess, play it online. But I did play the Game Boy one more than this, and I played it very recently. You might have to beat level 1 first. You can't remember. You get no hints. You get no hints, and it doesn't let you know when you make a mistake. Oh, geez. Okay. I guess the only feedback would be that your time is gonna dip down like crazy when you make a mistake. So I really want to try the other Picross games because they have. So we're celebrating Mario games today because it is, I guess, it's March 10th, so it's Mario Day, as many people who are streaming are celebrating. And I play Mario games all the time, so I figured I'd play the obscure ones where Mario isn't a plumber. But the feedback is that you complete it, and you think that it is a 30-minute time limit. Okay, wow. Okay, let's see how this goes. I got a few Mario puzzle games queued up for today. Let's give this a shot with the hint. I gotta use the hint set first. But you know, my brain wraps around this a lot easier than like Sudoku, for example. I feel like my brain just always kind of like blanks out when I look at a Sudoku game, which is funny. 0 and 0. Okay. Oh, I guess, yeah, you can just mark it off with this, with the B button. But yeah, I want to try other Picross games because some of them have some pretty cool artwork as well. These nonogram puzzles. I'm also always down for any Wario mode in a game. From the main menu where you pick which level you want, you think it's L and R to move to Wario mode. Okay, cool. I'll definitely check it out. Nice. I actually played all of the Wario Land games to celebrate different milestones for the channel. And one of my favorites was Wario Land 3 on the Game Boy Color, because it basically takes away all your abilities, like a Metroid game, and you have to search for them throughout all the levels, but you have to go back to each level 4 times. Oh, that was a... I didn't even realize that whole time that I was just building a square. When the puzzle is so simple, but you didn't realize. I mean, obviously these are Japanese characters. Now, I would have loved to see them make more of these over the years. Like more Mario-themed ones, specifically. Ooh. Okay, let's see. This is probably the same thing, and then we're going with 4, 5. Yeah, it's they're fairly doable puzzles as well. It's just I gotta remember that I can take my time before I make a move, you know? It was a non-Mario themed one for the DS. So it's probably just got different themed art and stuff. It's a really interesting concept for a puzzle. Just like the nonogram in general, using the... Like, I really like it. I feel like it uses all the right parts of my brain. That makes sense. 3 and 3. That's gotta be right. That's gotta be right. 2 and 3. Three and 3. Ah! Should have counted. That was a mistake. That's the thing. I can take my time. I can take my time. There's no rush. But that's the perfect segue to shout out our good friend Rush Pirate 1. Because over there, on Rush Pirate's channel, there is a Rush. There's one. Go check it out. I was talking about Metroidvania games, puzzle games, point-and-click adventure games. Each day, Rush Pirate does a different themed stream, or like a different like one is just on about RPGs, one is just for Metroidvania, and those games kind of shuffle and rotate. Lots of cool stuff there, and it ended up being my most watched stream last year. So just go check it out if you want, if you are into that kind of stuff, especially if you're into like those classic. I think Rush played the Indiana Jones point-and-click adventure LucasArts games a while back, and the King's Quest games I think as well. Oh, gotta love those ones with 10. Oh, excuse me. So lately on the channel, we've actually been working at Donkey Kong Country 3, and we beat Baron K. Rulenstein yesterday. We beat it, and we ended up beating it at like 88% or 89% completion, but I've never really done the full completion, 103% completion, collecting everything. So we're in the Lost World right now, Krematoa, and tomorrow we'll be continuing that in the evening to go from there. But if you want to check out Donkey Kong Country 1 or 2 or 3 in full, you can go check it out on my YouTube channel. Just like all the playlists that are organized there, you can go see the full playthroughs there. But we didn't do 103% completion last time, which was about a year ago. Ooh, 20 by 20 Picross boards can get a little nuts. Zombie Paper, one of our mods, I think, I'm trying to remember the name of it now. You posted a website that will like generate huge nonogram puzzles, Picross boards. I can't remember the actual website it was, but it was just like almost like how Wordle started at first. It's just like a simple website, but it would create these really cool puzzles. And they aren't like necessarily, you know, curated art at all, like curated artwork. Like they're mostly random when you complete the puzzle, the designs, but they're still really fun. 6, 7, okay, and then 2 because that's 10. Is this just gonna be like completely filled? 4, 5, 6. Yeah, what is this? Is this supposed to be a constellation? I love that inverted idea. Actually, the Batman animated series, one of the things I love about the Batman animated series for the 90s, yeah, it's Constellation. That's cool. Is a lot of the panels, a lot of like the individual frames, instead of starting from white, they would start from black, and a lot of the animation would just be the highlights drawn in, so they wouldn't have to do pencil lines, but in some really interesting, I guess sort of like using an interesting shortcut, they were taking black as their main canvas background and just only animating the highlights. It saves money, it saved them time. Really interesting technique as well. And I think like I wouldn't be able to pull that off as an artist, but I think it's a really difficult thing to pull off. But I love that show. It's such a good show. Kevin Conroy, I think, passed away several months ago, just very recently, the voice of Batman, but such an incredible show. It really informed, I mean, I think the Harley Quinn character, we were talking about this a while back, the Harley Quinn character came from that TV show. Had never appeared in any Batman, anything before the TV show, and is such a popular character. Like, blew up, there's so many different, there's the Harley Quinn show now, but there's so many different side comic series and stuff. And that show got pretty dark at times. Some pretty awesome episodes. Hey, another 10. Much appreciated. Okay, 2, you're good. 1, 1, and 3. This has got to be that. I'm assuming we're making a sailboat. Just my guess. Yep. Very neat. Ooh. Yeah, I've been really enjoying the Donkey Kong Country games, like diving back into them recently. Especially, so I was celebrating my 33 and a third birthday, so a third into my 33rd year last weekend, and we played Sonic 3, Super Mario Advance, the advanced version of Super Mario Bros. 3, and then Donkey Kong Country 3. So we completed three good retro threequels. And it was fun to revisit all three of them. You know what's funny? You, as a vinyl fan, you can only celebrate, you can only celebrate 33 and a third once. I figured I'll skip my 33rd birthday. It ended up being on March 3rd, so the third month, the third year. And yes, I did watch Naked Gun 33 and a third later on. And I listened to one of my favorite funk albums by George Harrison, 33 and a third. Might have been overkill. I just went full three. But it was fun. So I guess the next one is 45 and 78. Although hopefully things won't be moving too fast for me at 78. When I was streaming, someone suggested Naked Gun, and I was like, you know what? It's definitely not the greatest one in the series. And last year for my birthday stream, I played Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and it was an interesting one. We did a birthday wheel. It was interactive. People could spin the wheel and actually have my controller flip upside down for 5 minutes, or have the visuals of what I was looking at invert. But it was interesting. Also, it landed on have a birthday treat, and instead of birthday cake, I ended up getting donuts from Empire downtown, which they make some excellent donuts. And cutting them into little pieces, and I basically had like a birthday treat option, so people that were watching also had a treat or something they could partake in whenever it landed. Kind of like a drinking game in a way. It's definitely the worst one in the series yet. I was trying to be nice about it. I guess that makes sense. Is this gonna be a lantern, perhaps? Two, three, and three. Okay, this is gonna be 6. Weird. Three and 1, 2 and 2. Penguin? Oh. Yep. So that was so the question of the day today, which, you know, we throw usually 4 or 5 questions at you throughout the stream because people bring up good ones. What is your favorite Mario spin-off game? I mean, there's tons to pick from, but nothing in the main series. Like, I mean, there's all sorts. There's Mario Hoops 3-on-3, a basketball game on the DS that had you building your basketball team out of Mario characters and Final Fantasy characters. So you could literally have a white mage, a Moogle, and Waluigi playing basketball together. That's a fun one. You've got all the Mario Kart games, of course. Mario and Wario is an interesting, kind of an oddball Super Nintendo puzzle game that stars Mario and Wario, obviously, but is made by Game Freak before, or I think just after they made the first Pokemon game. Oh, I made a mistake there. Just after they made the first Pokemon games, Pokemon Red and Blue. And you control a fairy who actually has like a magic wand, and you're actually like moving obstacles out of the way so that Mario, with a bucket on his head, which Wario put on his head, can actually just navigate the levels. It's actually a really simple kind of concept. And it works. It's not bad. But there's all sorts of weird spin-off games out there. Oh, geez, really? Like right away. Okay, let's just take a second here. Two. That's gotta be it. Oh, simple mistake. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, yeah, we are making mistakes. That's okay. I like it. Three, 3, 4, 1, 3, 3, 6, 6, 2. Okay, it's this. Whew. We were mentioning this earlier, but I want to say thanks to some of the recent YouTube subscribers. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, thanks for joining in. And thank you to Directional Joy for the subscription, the tier 1 subscription. Enjoy those emotes. Thank you for the 10 gift subs over the last couple weeks. I really, really appreciate the support of the channel. All the folks that got gifted a tier 1 sub from Directional Joy basically get to use our tier 1 emotes and our animated emotes for the month. And Henny Blank, thank you for resubbing at tier 1, keeping it going for 23 months. Also, thank you to the Lucky 42 for the follow, the recent follow. I really enjoyed your stream the other day. And Eider Frankenfurter, thank you. And NFS 0007 for the recent follows. I appreciate it. Normally we get pretty wild with our Mario randomizers, like we did last year. We did a multi-randomizer stream where we randomized 5 Mario games. But I'm kind of digging the mellow, relaxed vibe of today's stream. Nice. Looks like some reused assets from Mario All-Stars. Here we go. I actually really like the soundtrack to this. Here you go. Now you can see Wario's hand on the screen. So this is what you were talking about. So you're right, yeah, we had to clear level 1 first, which I guess is sort of serves like a tutorial. There is instructions here where you can, or there are instructions here where you can go back and it kind of just explains what nonograms are and stuff like that, but nice. What a way to celebrate Mario by only playing Wario games. That'd be funny. I mean, it's just like the classic Super Mario Land 2 commercial. Obey Wario, destroy Mario. Let's try it. See what it's all about. Nice. Select a data. You know what? I will select a single data. What happened? Did it not let me do it? Let's go. There we go. Okay. No hint. Hard mode. Oh, what? Excellent music, but this song is actually in our stream playlist. What a trolley puzzle. Is that a speck of garlic powder? What are we working with here? It's hard not to do it to the music, you know? Like I was saying, a rhythm-based nonogram game would be amazing. An actual Picross game where you have to lock it into the rhythm, like Crypt of the Necrodancer, or Cadence of Hyrule, if you've played any of those games, which are basically dungeon crawler, action, sort of roguelike games, but you're just moving around to the beat, which is really cool. Okay, 0, 0. So the top two rows just aren't even being used. And the bottom two. Interesting. Oh. It doesn't tell you if you made a mistake. We made a mistake. There we go. I forgot about that note. That's wrong too. So is this. Right? No. This is. We don't have any time left. We have a minute left. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 4. Yeah. 2, 4. Ooh. Oh no, we don't have a minute and 20 left. It's literally just it's only been a minute. Okay. Oh, I was looking at that completely wrong. I'm freaking out for no reason. Okay. Whew. 1 and 3. No, that's wrong too. Oh. Wow, it's a fish. Not easy. Interesting challenge. Especially when it doesn't tell you if you got it right. So it's kind of nice that you're making a mistake doesn't chip away your time, so it's very different than the Mario mode. I mean, it's just a guess, completely a guess. I guess it's a guess that we've got the 5 like that, I guess. I don't know. Does that work? 2 and 2. It's the only possible configuration there, I think. This is suspicious to me. I'm scared. With the row of 9, you know it will span the middle 8 blocks at a minimum. And same thing with the 7 row. Yeah, you can guarantee the middle 4 will be used. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Count to 7 from each side and then mark the overlap. I gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're saying, because it's like no matter what, no matter which side it's leaning towards, it's actually going to guaranteed cover those ones. Interesting. I never even really thought about it like that, that in-depthly. But that makes sense, because that's the process of elimination that you can do with this as well. And then this lines up to 2, 3, 3, and 1. 1, 1, 1, 2, and 1. That seems wild to me. One, two, and two. Whew, this is bold. I'm making some bold guesses. Little clues like that can help you solve other rows and columns. Two and two. Oh, that's definitely wrong then. That makes sense. 2 and 2, 7. We got 5 and 2 here. We got 1, 1, and 1. We got 6. We have 1, 1, 1, and 1. 2, 2, and 1. Oh, 1, 1, 2, 2. Whoa. Okay, that's strange. That's strange. Welcome in, Idarama. How's it going? Happy Friday. Happy Mar10th, Mario Day. We are in Wario mode right now in Super Picross. Oh, and getting into the habit of Xing off where you definitely know there isn't. That makes sense. Totally, I think it's that, yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's nice. That's gotta be, this has gotta be right. 1, 2, and 2. 3 and 4. 2, 2, 3, and 1. Yikes. Well, if we add 1 there, then this is wrong. What? That makes sense. 2, 2, 1, and 1. 1, 2, 1, and 1. 1, 1, 1, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. I feel like a computer. 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. 5 and 2. 1, 1, 1, and 1. 2, 2, and 1. That is strange. What even is that? It just doesn't look like that's the correct answer, but okay. It's a monkey. So funny. It's really funny because you're in a different zone. You're not really thinking about what it's going to be until they reveal the photo. Amazing. So yeah, Idarama, we're celebrating just, this puzzling plumber's willingness to try anything. I don't know how you go from plumbing to baking or to be to become a doctor or tomb raiding or archaeology. But he's done it and he said yes, he's a yes man. If anything. He gave it a shot. Basketball, kart racing, the works. I think he's refereed both tennis and professional boxing championships. Ooh, where do you even begin? This is tricky. No. There we go. It might be wild to just assume... Oh, geez. Now I'm just pressing the wrong buttons. It might be wild to just assume that the 4 and the 4 here are in the middle. You thought about playing some Mario today, but you've been absorbing some other games. Fair enough. Same here. I mean, with our Donkey Kong Country 3 challenge. That's kind of why I wanted to try some of just the random one-offs. Spin-off games. You know, I've played a few Mario games in the past. I think it's alright. I don't know if this is a safe assumption. No, it's not. It definitely doesn't work because the 1, 2, and 1 and the 1 and 5 don't work here. At least not for down here. This is, again, I feel like I'm just guessing. Five and 2. 1, 1, 1 and 1. I guess, yeah, 5 and 2. I don't know. Maybe. Nope, that's not right. 1, 1, 1 and 4. Oh, nope. Perhaps that's right. What? We need one more here. 1 and 4. 1, 2, and 1. Oh. 2, 1 and 1, 1 and 4, 1, 2 and 1. I'm doing the Picross thing. Yes. Welcome in, Zombie Paper. How's it going? I was just talking about how we were talking about nonograms earlier, and how you posted. I can't remember the website it was, but you posted in your Discord and my Discord the game. It was like a website where you could generate nonograms, and it was kind of like the randomized rainbow effect every time you beat it. Ooh, that sucks. Hope you're feeling better soon. Make sure to stay hydrated. Day 3 of being sick. No. No good. That's it. Yeah. That's totally it. This is we were talking about how the 20 by 20 matches can get pretty wild. Or the 20 by 20 boards. Well, this will give you randomized ones. It has dark mode, thankfully. And you can create a custom seed. And you can also do up to 30 by 30 grid size. And it counts your mistakes. It's actually pretty cool. It's not going to be like a great piece of pixel art at the end. But, I mean, it's more abstract, I will say that. But very, very fun. I've been kind of pulled into it, if you're into checking it out. But of course, we're going to be trying out different Mario games today, like different themed ones. Had some fun with it. I've been having fun with this so far, even though it's challenging. We're doing Wario mode right now, which once you beat level 1, I guess you unlock Wario mode. No hints. It doesn't tell you if you made a mistake. So lots of fun, actually. Hey, Daryl. Welcome in, Daryl. It looks like you've probably been hanging for a little bit, but happy Friday, my friend. Hope you're feeling better. For what it looks like, Henry Liu made this as a portfolio project, and it's super popular. Nice. Yeah, I think it's a really neat game. I think if it was turned into an app, that would be really cool too. Okay, let's... Nope. We're very close. I just don't think we've got it 100%. 4, 4, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5 and 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5 and 2, 1, 2, 1. This is the only thing. Is it perhaps 1, 2 and 1, 1 and 4, 2, 1 and 1, 1, 1 and 1, 1, 1 and 4, 4, 5 and 2, 1, 2 and 1. Oh. Wee. How? Where's the second one? But then that's too much here, so we have to get rid of this. But then we gotta add a fourth one here, but then that's too many here. There we go. Hey, Directional Joy, welcome in. How's it going? And can we get a shout out for Zombie Paper when you get a chance as well? Hey everybody, I've never played Picross. Did I go into this with prior Picross experience? Absolutely, except we're playing the hard mode right now. We're playing the Wario mode. Is that supposed to be a fly? I don't even know what that is. But yeah, I've played this before. It's available on the SNES Online. I think you can play Mario's Picross on the Switch. And I used to play the Game Boy one, but there's a whole bunch of different Picross games out there. Hippie Smack was just saying in the chat that there's a Picross game on the original Nintendo DS. There's a Game Boy Mario Picross game and a Super Picross game, this one. And I'm actually going to try the Game Boy one out on stream today. And we're going to be playing some other Mario puzzle games. But yeah, welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy Mario Day. There is a series of Pokemon Picross games, which is something I haven't tried. I'd like to try, and also a Sega-themed Picross game. And Zombie Paper just posted in the chat a really fun sort of portfolio project that someone put together that randomizes and creates Picross puzzles for you, nonograms, if you're into that kind of thing. But yeah, definitely, wasn't there Picross in the game corner of Generation 2? Oh, you know what? I have to say, Itarama, I don't think I actually even remember using any of the slot machines or games in the game corner in Generation 2. I have very distinct memories as a kid playing on Pokemon Blue and going to the game corner and doing the slots and stuff, but I actually don't know. That'd be interesting. Yeah, there we go. There's the Picross game. That's interesting. Maybe that's why they decided to go with Picross and make Pokemon Picross games afterwards. I mean, obviously there's tons of Pokemon, tons of reasons why you would, because there's lots of Pokemon to choose from. Yeah, that's a really good technique that Hippie Smack just dropped on us. Counting 6 this way and 6 this way, and then marking off the overlap. Just to be able to, right, if you count it 6 in from the right and 6 in from the left, it's guaranteed that these 3 are going to be there. The middle ones. And same here. That's a really interesting technique. I've never really thought about that. And same with this. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then so guaranteed there's going to be those 100%. Interesting. Oh, Directional Joy, you took my advice and you're going to download Donkey Kong 64 before the Wii U eShop closes. Worst case, oh, and you haven't played it yet. That's right. You haven't given it a shot yet. It'll be your first time playing it. Worst case scenario, you spend $10 on a dud, low risk. Honestly, $10 definitely is not a bad price for Donkey Kong 64. Highly recommend it. There will be some frustrating moments, but there's frustrating moments in all the Donkey Kong Country games, and I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun, especially if you haven't played it before. There's a lot of really, and you really gear in up for a collectible game. I think it's going to be really a solid choice for sure. I've considered diving into that on stream, but I feel like it's a pretty decently lengthy game, so I gotta pick the right time for it. Itarama says they replaced slots in Generation 2 for less gambling marketed to children stuff. Oh, interesting. I gotta check that out. I actually have plans to play the Generation 2 Pokemon games again in the future, to do specifically a Nuzlocke challenge, because we haven't completed one of Generation 2 yet. So when we're doing that, I'm going to definitely be doing some investigation. Nice. I didn't know that. That makes sense. That would make a total... It would be the perfect leap to go okay, well, they had that in the game, so let's just make a Picross Pokemon game. Yeah, same here. I didn't have a lot of fun with the first game slot, so you never tried Generation 2's Game Corner. It was the same for me. I was like, I don't need to do anything here. Nice. Ooh, any other Wii U or 3DS games you consider purchase worthy? Tons of 3DS games. If Cave Story is available, if you've never played Cave Story, it's a fantastic 8-bit game. It's on many different consoles. I highly recommend it. It's got some really good story. Of course, it's in the name Cave Story. It better have good story and good caves. I highly recommend it. It was my it was the most fun I had with the 3DS game from the eShop because the 3D works quite well in it. It's like kind of really suited for it. I feel like almost the 3DS would be like the ideal way to play Cave Story, more so than PC. Might be a bold statement. What else on 3DS is really good? If you haven't played, like, apparently the Mystery Dungeon games are really good on 3DS. If you haven't played the Mystery Dungeon games, I just kind of dipped my toe into specifically the Game Boy Advance Mystery Dungeon games. They're different every time you play them. You're basically kind of going from dungeon to dungeon and fighting random Pokemon or random enemies and getting random loot. So it's a game type that's right up my alley. It's the type of game I like to play on Discord. And I haven't really delved into the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series, but a lot of people really like the 3DS games. I think they even did a remake of one of the games on the 3DS. But yeah, totally. Chat, like, is there any Wii U or 3DS games that you consider purchase worthy? I would say my favorite 3D Zelda game ever is Wind Waker. If you don't have the Wind Waker remaster, I would give that a shot. Or if you have the original Wind Waker, then there's no need necessarily for the remaster. But yes, Zelda Link Between Worlds, that's a fantastic one. A lot of fun. A direct sequel to Link to the Past, and some really cool mechanics. And I also really enjoyed 3D Land, Super Mario 3D Land. It's not as good as Super Mario 3D World, which just is really defined, but it's still a really good time. You're torn in buying all the Pokemon games. You played Red and Blue in your high school days, but with the exception of Snap, you've dropped out. Ooh, so that's a tricky one, because I mean, they change them every single time. There's so many different versions. I love Generation 2, but if you want to revisit them and you want to kind of dive back into Pokemon Red and Blue, I highly recommend checking out the Game Boy Advance games, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. They have so many quality of life improvements. It takes a lot of the things that are pseudo-broken about the original games, like some of the balancing in the moves and stuff, and just rebalances it. It aligns it more with the Generation 3 games. Plus, Generation 3 is also really good. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. But I'm a huge fan of the original Game Boy ones, like Pokemon Gold and Silver. Generation 4 games are also fantastic on the DS. I wouldn't say any of the 3DS ones are bad at all. Pokemon X and Y I really enjoyed. It was the first time since Red and Blue that I really felt like, oh, this feels like a really reinvigorated kind of series. I never played Sun and Moon. I never played Sword and Shield, so I don't really have opinions on those ones. And I really enjoyed Pokemon Legends Arceus, but that's on the Switch at this point. But for me, like ideal Pokemon games are Heart Gold, Soul Silver on the DS. So like basically anything from the originals up to the DS and like Pokemon X and Y. They're all really good ones. Inorama says, I'm a fan of Gens 1 and 2. The best mainstream Pokemon game that you played was Heart Gold, which is just like Fire Red and Leaf Green is a remake of the first two. It's a Nintendo DS remake of Generation 2. It's got some really good music. Zombie Paper says, I like Leaf Green's UI and overall design. Yeah, it's much cleaner. Part of the quality of life stuff that they improved in the Game Boy Advance version, it's much, much cleaner. There's a lot of processes that took forever in the original games that they just cleaned up and tightened up. Oh, nice. You have Link Between Worlds. Your mom was introduced to gaming through the original Legend of Zelda. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm a big fan of Pokemon games. I am down to try Pokemon Scarlet and Violet eventually. But I've pretty much played most of them, and there's also really, really good suggestions in there for sure. Absolutely. Oh, 1, 3, and 1. I feel like this is a total guess. Are we guessing? Who knows? One and 5, 1, 1 and 1, 1, 1, 3 and 1. Okay. 1, 4 and 1, 1 and 5. I totally feel like I'm guessing right now. 1, 1, 3 and 1. 1, 2, 3. No, can't be that. One, 4, and 1. Ooh. Random thought in your mind. I wish lift razors came to 3DS or the Switch. What a great portable experience. I don't think I've ever heard of lift razors. Is that, or lift rousers, sorry. Lift razors, I'm like, is that a platform game where you have to pull levers and... Are you sure you're not talking about elevator action? No, I've never heard of lift rousers before. I've never heard of the game. Is it for Game Boy Advance? Is it for DS? Do I want a gameplay tip for Picross? I feel like Hippie Smack dropped one on us earlier. So absolutely. Smack us with another game tip. It's a game theory. Don't guess. Is that one of the tips? Oh, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong too. Oh yeah, crystal clear, as Itarama is saying. One of the best ROM hacks because you can actually pick your starting region. It has some quality of life improvements from the DS games, but brought into the Game Boy Color. So that's pretty cool. If you want to revisit, if you've only really played Pokemon Red and Blue, it's not a bad suggestion to go straight to Generation 2 and try Gold and Silver or Crystal. Okay, you have two buttons. One's for placing a block, and the other's for placing a filler block. You can use those filler blocks to clear what you know to not be true in each line. The X's, right? Like that. But do I know them not to be true? Do I know them not to be true? Yes, I do. You can place a lot more X blocks on the board. Yeah, that's what Hippie Smack was saying as well. Like, you can get into the habit of pressing or marking off with the X the ones that you know for sure, because it sort of helps with the process of elimination a little bit. Look, we're getting tips from Zombie Paper and a hippie. I mean, what are we, in the world of Earthbound? Could we be more any in the world of Earthbound? Attention, Earthbound gamers. I just need your 16-digit credit card number and the 3 numbers on the back to help Ness in his fight against Gigagas. Send us your credit card numbers now. Luftrausers was on PS. Oh, it's on PS3, so that's completely over my head. Never owned a PS3 or a Vita. It is a twin-stick plane shooter where the music tracks are influenced by your plane modifications. 3 parts of the plane. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. A twin-stick plane shooter that's specifically... It's not a rhythm game, but based on what you put on your plane, then you're going to have different music. Interesting. You just posted a video of it featuring one of your least favorite internet people. Nice. I didn't know you did a video on Luftrausers. Oh, burn. I'm kidding. I believe it is action button. Is that it? Action command? Whatever it's called. Good old Jimmy Rajo. I think that's his name. Mr. Rogers. Could we be? What? What? Oh. I don't know. Oh, 2 and 4. That's wrong. Four, 2 and 4. Oh. See, I'm not I don't even know. Like, I can't guarantee that this is right. This could be right. You know what I mean? What do I know? Oh, never mind. There's a no. I do know. Whoa. Thank you so much. I didn't even see it. I'm so hooked. Yes, William Tim Rogers. That's the guy. I knew it. Directional Joy, thank you so much for the tier 1 gift sub to the Fenris Wolf. Really appreciate it. Regular streamer as well that I usually hang out in their streams. They're actually playing The Binding of Isaac Rebirth right now, and I know they'll really appreciate the emos. Thank you so much. Also, welcome in Lord Loki Asgard, Mighty Collector. Got a good crew out today. Really appreciate it. Happy Friday. I cheers my yerba mate. It's got to come in with the echo. Yes. I'll check it out. It sounds like an interesting game. And I'll definitely check out the video. I'm not, I guess I'm not like a huge fan of the long form video format. I'm not a fan of action button. It's pretty cool. I just couldn't get behind a few of the videos. But you know, that's good content. 714141193141. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's totally wrong too. I don't even know what I'm doing. What do I know? What do I know? Don't worry, it's not a 6-hour video. It's an 18-hour video. No, for real, what do I do here? This is 2, so that's wrong. If this is 4, then that's wrong. If it were 18 hours, you'd still watch it. You don't have any personal stance on their content except of how crazy long it is. If it was available in podcast form as well, where I can fit it in conveniently, I'd be more open to it. I mean, you can always just put it on and listen to it in your headphones. But yeah, it's like, I mean, it's all about like how you can consume it, right? Like, what's the best possible way to consume it? And I feel like sitting at a screen for that long is pretty crazy. But then again, I do that for just as long on my streams, so whatever. Do what you want with your time. I think that's what we've learned. Okay, that can't be right. 4 and 1, 2, 1 and 1, 1 and 1. And if that's 5, then it has to be here, so this is wrong. I keep saying has to, but I could be totally wrong. Five, 2, 5, 1 and 1, but then how? You watch in 5 to 30 minute chunks. Oh, that's fair. I used to do that with movies on YouTube, right? The video is only 3 minutes and 40 seconds of action-packed madness. Sunday, 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 kids eat free. Doesn't YouTube make you pay to access YouTube with your phone screen off? Oh, that's right. That is right. It is an option, but not willing to pay for it. That's right. That's totally right. They monetize that. You can't just like put it on in the background. What an odd thing, right? Like, what if Nintendo charged you a subscription service just to be able to use wireless controllers? Otherwise, you gotta go wired. No, I just gave them the worst idea. I'm sorry. I apologize that I threw that into the universe, folks, in advance. Come on, all these numbers line up. 1, 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 7 and 1, right? There's nothing down here. Three and 1, 2, 1 and 1, 5, 2, 5, 2, 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 6. Oh, there's no 1 here. God damn it. No, that can't be right. No, but that just changes everything. That doesn't make a lot of sense at all. Use your X blocks. Yeah, but the X blocks they don't do anything though. Because if I mark them or not, they still look like unusable blocks to me. You can sometimes open up YouTube in the phone browser, switch to desktop view, and listen with the screen off. Hacks. I would beat them senseless with a non-existent vitality sensor. Use your X blocks. I see a mistake. The X blocks tell you what you can't use. But so does my brain. Like I'm in my brain, I can't use any of these white blocks at all. You know what I'm saying? Until I use it, and then I can use it. Maybe that's a backwards way of looking at it. Everything's non-usable until it's usable, until you use it. Just like everything's edible until you eat it. And that's when you'll find out. Oh, and you'll find out quick. I have no idea. You see the mistake. No. Right? Because, like, by that logic, this is how I see it. This is actually how I already see it in my brain. You're used to doing randomized 15 by 20s. Whoa! The mistake is still there. Okay. So it doesn't have anything to do with that. That's right. And this was right. Oh, you can mark off that too. Interesting. Oh, well, there's 5 here. Duh. Why did I have 6 there? One and 6, that's 7. 2 and 4, 2 and 4, that's 7 and 1. Oh wait, sorry. 2, 1 and 1. 3 and 1. Two, 1 and 1, 3 and 1. 5, 2, 5, 1 and 6. Ah, but then that's not 4 and 1. The mistake is still there. 4 and 1, 4 and 1. 7 and 1, 9. 3 and 1. There we go. Yay! Yay! Woo! We worked at it. Nice. Yeah, this is challenging. So I didn't even know about the Wario mode. Like I guess I did just through music alone. Okay, we'll try H and then we'll head back to Mario mode. And then I do have some plans to try out the Game Boy version of this, the NES Dr. Mario, and the NES Yoshi's Cookie, because to celebrate this mustachioed plumber, I figured we'd pay a little homage to the fact that he's willing to say yes to any job. I don't get it. I don't understand it. The guy's collecting coins constantly. He must just be greedy as hell. Everyone calls Wario greedy, but let me tell you. This looks like it's going to be tough. Gotta start somewhere. One, three, okay, how about that? No, that can't be it. This is just completely random at this point. 1 and 1. Oh, nope, nope. He's got expensive rent? Yeah, he does live in Brooklyn. Let's get real. It's probably super expensive. I don't know. You know what? Let's actually just go back. Let's head to Mario mode. The expensive part is his shroom addiction. Look at him. You see him right down there? Ate a little too much. A little too much. I think what I'm gonna do is I actually do have some food that I had ordered myself some poke. Gonna eat some food, put some music on. We're gonna celebrate some more of this odd mustachioed plumber's job choices in just a second. We're gonna play some music from this cool playlist that I found, which is from a Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers Deluxe themed and inspired mod of Friday Night Funkin', because what are we doing tonight? And it's Friday, we're funkin'. So funk right off, and I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I ordered some Pokemon to eat.
Mario, rocking it old school. I'm invincible, and you can't touch me. You can go to hell. You can suck my balls.
We'll be diving back into it in just one moment. I really appreciate what you're saying there, Directional Joy. Going from putting on concerts, seamlessly transitioning from one band to another, organizing music festivals, and kind of trying to think of this almost like a radio show. Those two things combined is kind of why I try to keep the flow going, you know? At least that's what inspires me to keep the flow going. I'm glad you enjoy it, I notice. Okay, almost a seamless transition. Oh yeah, when I used to work at the record store that I worked at, I would be helping customers and astutely listening to what people are talking about. And for example, I'd be playing an album for one customer because they want to hear track three. Okay, I'll put that on for you. Listening to track three, we're talking about it. Somebody else mentions a bassist or a band that I know shares a session musician with the artist. It's a completely different customer, but I know that band that this customer number two is talking about shares a session musician or shared studio time or recorded an album back to back, like right after the previous band, with the band that's playing on the turntable. And what I would try to do is go into my collection or the store's collection and find that song that person's talking about, or find the through line between customer A and customer B and try to connect those customers, and then we would all have a conversation. It would pull people in, and then I would be having a conversation with customer A and customer B instead of just customer A. Then we would start sparking that conversation, and I would try to do that all the time throughout the day in the shop. Plus, what we would do is I would curate concerts in that record store. So as soon as I was closing, even to the point of like in the transition of closing the shop for the day, we would have artists show up, 3 different bands, and I would load them in, make them feel comfortable, get them acquainted with the space, let them know what everything's all about, and then have them perform and put on a show, and also curate music, playing music by them, by people they've recently toured with, and also by people who they're inspired by, because I did some pre-research ahead of time. I would be throwing stuff like that into the mix, DJing in between the bands. I did that for 300 shows over the course of 5 years. And so it would always be like an amazing, magical moment when I could put something on that I know inspired the basis of this band that's not even from the country I live in, but I know that this inspired that bassist because they've mentioned it, or because it's very clear in the musical inspiration, and seeing their faces light up. Seeing somebody get off the stage and not even get back to the green room, but stop halfway through the store and be like, hey, I got to chat about this. That was an amazing piece of music. Hold on a second. Wait. That was like, that's the magic. Yes, and I think a video game soundtrack podcast would be really fun. I'm lost. This should be playing for us. I'm not understanding why. There we go. Weird. It just kind of like locked us in there. Oh yeah, Merzbow does some pretty wild music. They invent their own instruments. A podcast like that would probably have to be a Discord only thing. Yeah, totally. There's many different forms of what you can call noise music. Some people might even call some Neil Young songs noise music, because he did kind of coin a little bit of that term. But I've I've hosted noise artists that are just punk, but they call themselves noise artists. And one guy rubbing cassette tape heads along something to create feedback, like along dust, to just create like for like 30 minutes with barely any dynamic changes, and that's considered noise music. So I mean, as from one end of the spectrum to the other, truly all music is noise, because the actual definition of music is organized noises. Essentially, any noise organized in any rhythm or organization is music. Even natural organization of noises. For example, when you step outside and go for a walk, all the things that are naturally happening, and there's no one composing that music except for nature and our decisions and our actions, that is still also music. So I guess it would be like calling a cake an ingredient cake, because you can't have cake without ingredients, and you can't have music without noise. Yeah, zombie paper may be right there with some chains. You may expect some chainsaws in Mersbo, but there was no chainsaws in the the record shop. And you can't have video games without Mountain Dew. The good old Mountain Dew, it's that good old Mountain Dew. Fun fact, Mountain Dew is just a name for moonshine. Code word. Listen to Woody Guthrie's Good Old Mountain Dew for a laugh. It's the good old Mountain Dew, the diddly do. Can't believe it. What a ripoff. No chainsaws. That was definitely something I 100% excelled in, was curating those experiences and moments and building community. So that's really what I wanted to do with this, and that's what I do with my current job as well. I'm a community manager for a game development company. Found a way to kind of bring that into the forefront. This has got to be it. Come on. What do you want from me? One more? There you go. Little glasses. My glasses. Yeah, definitely. I enjoy it. Great team to work with as well. In fact, I believe my one of my coworkers was hanging out earlier, giving me tips on Picross. It looks like we've got ourselves a dolphin. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, if you're a fan of pinball, Hippie Smack, one of my coworkers, is a big fan of pinball, has some really cool pinball machines, and is actually considered doing some live action pinball streams. But I think there's a couple of streams recently from just a couple weeks ago of some classic pinball games on PC. You experienced enjoying art less when you took on a job recently, or in the past, designing shirts. Based off of customer request. My opportunities for creativity plummeted and didn't have the free time to explore it. Good paycheck, but bad reality check. Hey, makes sense. I mean, there's a great comic somebody posted in another Discord the other day that said, how you know you're a professional, and it was someone sitting at a piano, like, you know, playing in front of a million, you know, thousands of people or whatever, and them saying, I'm not enjoying this. However, I will argue that I don't think everything's like that. And there's more nuance to it. Because I really enjoyed things I've done in the past. And would love to return to those things that I made money for. But can't necessarily do that, so. Let's try this. Or things that I made a living doing, rather. 1 and 5. Oh. Nope. That's wrong. Are we getting a fish? Are we fishing it up? I think we are. Two. Oh, whoa. We're losing some time, big time. Okay, we can't make guesses. Two, 2, and 2. This is 9. One more thing we're missing, just that. Nope. 1, 5, and 2. 3 and 1. 1, 5, 2 and 2. Ah, there we go. Bloop. Including being a professional poke eater? Yep. It was good. The poke. Not the Pokemon, but the poke. Absolutely. I was just giving an example of a passion, very personal, being tested by giving up one's own wishes and making it a practice. I considered it an important learning experience. Absolutely. I feel like it's a tough thing to make a living doing something you love. It might be easier to learn to love something you make a live doing. Glasses, dolphin, fish, dolphin, glasses, dolphin, fish, huh? Oh. Oh. That was bad. Let's try that again. I pressed the wrong button 3 times in a row. Phew, 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 phew. Oh. Oh. Making guesses. Shouldn't be making guesses. One and two, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and 1. Oh, eat it. You'll have a wonderful time. Got work tomorrow. As do I. As do I. Thank you so much for dropping in. I really appreciate it. Thank you for that gift sub to the Fenris Wolf. I know they will appreciate it as well. Have a great night. Great Friday night. I'll see you next time. I appreciate all the kind words as well and the support. Whoa, we got a big puzzle here. I guess this is where it really becomes essential to mark these off, right? Ooh, thank you so much for another shout out to Directional Joy. 1, 2, 3. So this is 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. Eight, 9, 10, 11. Probably safe to do that. And this. This is a very zen forward game. You're right. When you're fuvixing right, you're fuvixing right. You know what I mean? One, 5, and 5, and 5, and 1. And 5, and 5, and 5, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 5. 1, 5, and 5, and 1, and 1, and 5, and 5, and 1. I know what you mean, if you know what I mean. It's the best use of that ever. Well, I know what you mean, if you know what I mean. Gart Blummet. Hey, it's a mailbox. It's like a, oh, what? I didn't want to do that. Excuse me. I've already been playing Picross. I mean, we've just been hanging out, to be honest. But I've been playing Picross for this long. 2.5 hours? That's crazy. That's wild. Alright, I guess we're not gonna get the hint. Gotta do it hintless. Which we can obviously do. Is it going to be a floppy disk? That'd be cool. One, 9, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 1. Whoa. Well, duh. 1, 11, and 1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Save your progress. Oops. We can just safely assume that that's the same. 5, 3, and 1. Oh, that's a dumb assumption. I shouldn't have assumed that that's a dumb assumption. Well, you can definitely hear my stomach. That doesn't sound too good. Oh, the Pokemon's not sitting too well. It's trying to evolve or something. Get out of here. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no, wrong one. If this is 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, and then this is 9, and this is 7. Oops. 2, 1, 1, and 1. Ah. Wait, no. There we go. It's like something's not symmetrical here. Gotta hit that H. Oh yeah, that is, I might need to call it Dr. Mario soon. I'm not feeling too great all of a sudden. It's never good when you order food from somewhere. Oh, those are bad mistakes. We knew we already didn't have anything in there. That was dumb. That was dumb. Five, 5, and 2. Is it a lock and key? It is, but what are we missing here? 4, 4, and 1? Yeah, there we go. We unlocked it. We unlocked it. We unlocked it. Oh, let's do it. Oh yeah. Two, 1 and 6. 1 on 1 and 6. No, it can't be there. It's gotta be there. Yeah, that makes sense. Making sense? Makes sense. Stop making sense, as the Talking Heads would say. Whoop! Sorry. 3, 1, 2, 5. Oh. Making mistakes. 2 and 8, that's for sure done. 1, 2, and 7. 1, 1, and 5. Whoa. I'm actually like not kidding. I'm actually not feeling too great all of a sudden. So I might actually just call it. I'm feeling like Mario is there in that little screenshot in the bottom corner. But I want to say thank you to everyone that's been hanging out. Stick around because we're going to raid someone. Happy Mario Day. I hope you had a good March 10th. I hope you start to feel better soon. Zombie Paper and Stegosaurus McCartney. And we are going to dive into Dr. Mario and Yoshi's Cookie another time. But Mario's Super Picross, available on the Switch right now. Definitely check it out. Gonna find someone to raid. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you to the recent subscribers. Thank you to the recent followers on Twitch. Big thank you to Directional Joy for the 11 community gift subs, gifting to a ton of regulars in the channel, and also for the sub yourself. Enjoy the emotes. Thank you so much for the support and the kind words. And also a big shout out to Henny Blank for the resub as well. Obviously, you don't need to sub to get a shout out. I appreciate all my mods, and also all the people who show up on the regular. The Lucky 42, thank you for the follow. Eider Frankfurter, and NFS 0007, thank you so much. Sure, why not? What's the suggestion? We'll head over to a music channel. I was actually hanging out in Dr. Matt Zappa's channel the other day, and met a new drummer named Office Drummer, who I really enjoyed. He was so good. I highly recommend checking it out. Drums in his office. You got fantastic plastics. Okay, cool. Let's do a quick. Let's go raid Fantastic Plastics. I will see you there. I'm going to be specifically hanging out in the Discord for the evening, so feel free to chill there. I might do some cartoons in like an hour or so. I usually just pop in and out on that kind of thing. And otherwise, I will see you tomorrow at around 5 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be continuing our Donkey Kong Country 3 103%, delving into the Lost World, which is called Krematoa. And we're going to try and take that on to complete the game and finish it off, because it's the main thing we're focusing on right now. And then we'll probably dive into some retro roulette stuff on Sunday. I will see you there. I'll see you in Fantastic Plastics stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.